DJ all the way. It's the coach. This is the 2021 season on EA Sports. Coming up, running back David Johnson, fresh off 100 yards on the ground a week ago, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Dallas Cowboys. So with that, let's head over to the heart of Texas. Massive AT&T Stadium in Arlington. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And, partner, I think we can safely sum up the goal of this final week of the preseason with 3 simple words. Don't get hurt.
And make sure you follow that mantra, okay? We cannot have you hurt going into the season, but you're exactly right. Starters... Play very little, if at all, in this game. A lot of guys fighting to make the roster because after this game's over, we get down to the 53-man number, and guys will be fighting like mad to be included in it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. Under center, it'll be the former UCLA Bruin, Josh Rosen.
It's easy to see the big-time arm. It's also easy to see the pinpoint accuracy and delivery. But how about his footwork as well? An amateur tennis player, that honed what he can do in the pocket, his ability to slide and move away from pressure and be able to find receivers open downfield.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's go! 3-19!
On second down, here's Rosen. And to the left side here, Wilson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. With it is Jackson. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
I love his mobility, and I think he continues to get better and better as a pocket passer. But how about just his plain intangibles that he brings to the position? Mental toughness, as well as a physical presence that helps power any offense.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Gun. 46.
Prescott now on 2nd down. That's complete. The former basketball star, Rico gathers. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Get out.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Second down, Prescott. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. In for the score. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
3rd and long here for Rosen. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jackson. The quick feet by Jackson. And now running right through it. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here we go. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now whistles as time has run out on this 1st quarter. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Arlington in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot. Because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Hogan. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's their quarterback. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On second down, time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a third down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Jalen Smith in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. It's taken to the 26. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now here come the Cowboys. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
On first and 10. Hogan. Oh, he's looking long for Witten. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. So much for a little 5-yard pass play to your tight end. They made him a deep ball threat there, and it worked out.
Times have changed, haven't they? Those used to be plays that we would clip and save because you didn't see it very often. Big tight end, deep downfield catching a pass. Now it's almost standard. That's a big part of everyone's offense. Get it to those guys because they're not just tight ends anymore. They're athletes.
A try here for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. Ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to follow here. The extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Our eyes shift to the defense of the Cowboys now. And they've created a major first-half storyline with the pressure they've been able to create.
And I know that the good teams adjust from series to series. They make their adjustments on the sideline before they go back out. In this case, I think they might need a little bit more time. They want to get to the half and start figuring out how do they change protections, how do they get the ball in the hands of the passer a lot quicker, make sure he doesn't get hit as often, all those different things. Maybe even run the ball a little bit more, anything to try and tamp down the pressure.
Now let's go. 3-19.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Off play action. Parsons. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And off comes to Montgomery. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on first down. Parsons. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Off the play fake. Parsons. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. To throw on 3rd down. Parsons into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Gone, 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 gone.
On 1st down, Hogan. Now the pressure gets to Hogan, and he goes down on the sack. Derek Barnett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
To throw on second down. Hogan escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what'd you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
Throwing on third and long. Hogan. Flushed out right. Staying on his feet. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Great move by Montgomery. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Well, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. One more half of preseason football to go. And then all eyes will look ahead to 1 week from tonight, the annual NFL kickoff game. And that promises to be a dandy. In our game, the starters are long gone, but still some intrigue. See guys trying to make a late roster push as we get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Tyreek Hill set to return it. Powers through.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hogan, he's going to let this one go deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. He's checking. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Hogan now. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. This quarterback now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a first down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll go on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. To throw on second down. Hogan. And this one brought in by Gathers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys add on.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker. Sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, hurry up, here we go.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. So now second half, week 4 of the preseason, all the starters, they departed after 1 quarter. Some folks may call this garbage time, but don't tell that to the guys that are out there now.
No, I would agree with that totally because there's still jobs to be won or lost during this portion of the game, this final opportunity for them to make a positive impression.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 3rd down, Parsons. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, he had to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football, churning the legs a little bit, and getting what he needed for a first down?
Well, that's the deal. On 3rd down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. Let's hope it's not anything that'll keep him out of the opener. We'll be right back. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Well, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And taken right on the 30. Whoosh. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. 70 yards. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Point after here coming up. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy. On that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
All right, here we go.
They'll try to get something going with Ty Montgomery. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue, line it.
They'll look to throw on 1st down to Josh Rosen. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Montgomery on the counter. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Cardinals on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now it's Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 10. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe... you've taught me this before. Maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The tackle made by Derek Rivers. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Hey. Set. 319. 319. Check Mike 54. Gone.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. The quick feet by Jackson. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Cowboys add on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
All right, here we go.
On 1st and 10, Parsons. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Operating from the gun, Parsons. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, Parsons. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, a broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal.
Here we go.
And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Robert Quinn in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Operating from the gun, Parsons. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Cardinals on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be third and a mile.
Now let's go. 3-19.
From the gun, Parsons. And this is going to be incomplete. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, and now he bowls him over, and he gets this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.